Honest thoughts coming out of that match?
They're a very good team. Very, very good team. They play a difficult style, very expansive. I don't think we were very good in our transition. I mean, we got the one goal in transition, which was good. And then after that, when we won the ball, I thought we were a little bit too negative, played too many square passes. So we just kind of gave them possession, which I told the guys at halftime I didn't care what the possession stats were. We just had to not let them get behind us. And, you know, for 91 minutes, we were fantastic defensively, and then we give up a penalty. And, you know, sometimes your big man, when he gets called upon, he's got to make a save. And the game he had tonight, the 3 or 4 saves he made were big, big time. I mean, if that's not Team of the Week performance, I don't know what it is.
Coach, can you talk about, I mean, obviously tonight you talked about the physicality of New United coming in.
Yeah.
Obviously your team had more yellow cards, more fouls than you. Can you just, was that because of their physicality? What do you think of it?
I think we were a little bit over-aggressive in the first half on some of our pressing moments, and our fullbacks were getting caught in between. They weren't getting close enough fast enough. So if you get there late, you're going to get a call. And you know, they were baiting the referee a little bit. Their coaches were yelling every time there was a foul, but that's normal. That's part of the football game. And I really like what they're doing. I mean, Zach's done a great job. You can tell why they were 2-0-2. They hadn't lost a game yet. And, you know, so look, we're right now, things are going well for us. We got to still fix a few things, but to get a clean sheet is all I asked for, and I told him that we'll win games if we get clean sheets.
What did you see on the 90 on Ryan's penalty? I know the ref called caution. Kind of, what did you think happened there?
It was a diagonal in behind that we've been talking about the whole game, just not letting runners get around us. And I think Manu stepped forward, and when Manu stepped forward, Ryan was late on his reaction, and it was a clear foul. It was a good call.
What kind of adjustments were you looking to make, if any, to the referee's foul selections there?
We don't. You don't. When we switched to a 3-4-3, it was to allow our fullbacks to get out quicker on their wingbacks and protect the space in behind them a little bit. And I thought it was much better. We were able to press a little bit higher, and you know, we forced them into some difficult passes, and it made it predictable. But again, we weren't dynamic when we won the ball going forward. You know, we were a little bit too slow and methodical, and you know, we got to fix that. But still, who cares? We got one more than they did.
Well, Coach, it looks like you're going to be playing them on Wednesday, so
yeah.
It's going to be a quick turnaround. Moving forward, what do you think you guys want to do differently?
Like I said, we got to be better in transition because they play such expansive soccer. You know, with their 3, and then their wingbacks are really wide. Their front 2 are high on the back line. They open up a lot of space when they lose the ball. They've worked on it a lot, you know, and when they lose it, they close down as quickly as they can. But I think that for us, we just have to be a little bit more direct in those moments, you know, rather than just trying to pass the ball out of the back all the time.
What made you replace Repetto with Calistri early in the second half?
Claudio was struggling a little bit to hold the ball in those transitional moments, and he wasn't getting behind either. So we felt that we had to get Arturo more in wide areas on the ball and get him isolated. We couldn't find his feet in the midfield, so that was the reason why. And I talked to Claudio at halftime that we were going to have to make that change.
And what were you looking for from Babu coming on?
Well, he's healthy again, which is fantastic, but Ryan was really doing a good job on the diagonals. I needed somebody with some speed to try to get behind him in those moments, and Darnell was struggling a little bit defensively and fatigue. And Vito, the best thing about Calistri is he can play 2 or 3 positions, so I threw everything I could think of out there at that team tonight to try and get that, and still probably should have been 1-1, and but Ben makes a big save. You know, he's the man of the hour.
When you have a game,
I know your philosophy is one game at a time and they put the game behind you, but what are the last 5 minutes? What kind of tone does that set for the game on Wednesday?
I think it's going to be a serious battle. I think both teams are going to really want to get after it. It'll be awesome, but listen, this one counts for points, and for us it's massive. You know, I haven't seen how all the other games turned out, but I know getting us to, what are we, 4-0-2 now, so get back up there in the top end of the Western Conference, and we just got to keep going. So we'll take inventory tomorrow and see what's available for Wednesday.
Any updates on the guys who are out injured?
Santi's pretty close. Not sure about Musa yet, but look, we just got a shutout. We've had a couple of shutouts, and I think the team is doing a really good job. We're continuing to improve.
I know, obviously, again, you downplayed, how important this one specific game is, but what does it mean now coming off of a win?
Well, I told the guys that, whether we think it's a rivalry or not, some of the fans do, and I'm sure New Mexico as a team does. And in these games, it can be very emotional. And I told them, play with emotion, but don't be emotional. And I think in the first 15 minutes, we were too emotional and made a lot of bad mistakes.
And then Joe got his 100th appearance today. So
yeah.
What does he mean to this team?
I told him he's a warrior, and this guy, to get 100 games in USL is not easy. And every year he's just battled and battled and battled. And I couldn't wait. I gave him his 100th jersey in front of the Banditos section of the South End, so that was pretty awesome.
Coach, what did you see on Greg's goal? Just take us through that.
I don't even remember. I think we won it in transition, played a good through ball. I think there's a quick pass out to Greg, and he got behind him. So, yeah, sorry. Get Ben in here.
Yeah,
I'm done. That's too many questions.